You really shouldn't be here. Like hell I let you. You're the one who stalked me all the way from the Upper City and barged in here before I could stop you. Don't you have anything better to do? You're never gonna get that certification if you go chasing after me all hours of the day. Think with all the money they funnel into Simp, they'd be able to afford a feather duster or two. Maybe lighting that didn't originate from the 18th century could help with that. I'm familiar with these archives, so you don't need to bother the archivist. The archives are organized by family, the item's corresponding type of magic, and then what the item is. That's pretty much it. Unfortunately, the Augurs own a lot of artifacts. No, most of the older-blooded families have had enchanted artifacts in their families for decades. Hell, a few have even had them for centuries. So, I'm stuck with searching through good old reliable paper. I've already told you... No, I already said not to bother her. She's got enough work. Fine. But if I tell you to call it quits, you call it quits. You've already given me your word and broken it once. Why should I trust you again? You really shouldn't be swearing your life away so easily. Fine. Fine. But if you step even a toe out of line, you'll never get past the barricade tape ever again. Glad we're clear on that. True, some of the more recently acquired artifacts might be on the computer system. How about this? You search through the system, and I'll get started on the papers. If you don't find anything on the system, you can come help me. What's that? Yeah, I did say that families like the Augurs won't have a lot of their enchanted artifacts documented on the computer system. What the hell's... Nobody in their right mind needs this many artifacts in such a short time frame. Not even a family as big as the Augurs. It's all under one name. Why in God's name does Stefina Augur Castiglione need hundreds of enchanted artifacts all within the past few months? She probably enchanted them herself, but no one could get through thousands of artifacts in just a few months. And why would she go out of her way to document all of these? Unless not documenting the artifacts would put her under more suspicion. Damn. Would have been so much easier if the mirror was on here. Print those pages out just in case. We might need them later. Let me know when you're done and we can tackle the papers together. No luck yet. Most of these, as expected, are enchanting with scrying magic. There's been no mention of any mirrors so far. Huh? You found something. Sounds like it's too big to be a hand mirror. The driver said all the stolen items were in the same small box. Odd. I called the archivist in advance to let her know I'd be searching in this section. So she should have unlocked all of these. She's a busy woman. A single drawer is easy to forget. Thanks. If she's not at the front desk, she'll probably be in her office. It's down the back of the building. Just head down to the end of this aisle, then take a right, go until you hit the section on the 4 families. Her office should be just to the left of that aisle. Deep breaths for me. It's all right. You're safe. Not gonna let anything happen to you. Let's get you out of here. Are you feeling any better? Don't have to put on a tough act with me. Alright, take your word for it then. I should really tell you to back down from this. It was already bad enough when this was just petty theft. I know you can make your own choices, but this isn't just something to occupy your time and satiate your curiosity anymore. You found a body, Doc. And it wasn't a coincidence that it was the archivist. Do I think it's murder? Considering her keys were missing, I'd say it's likely. Exactly what I was thinking. Luckily, the lock was decently easy to pick. Wasn't able to grab all of it, but I went back for some more while the paramedics were checking on you. Come on. Go to that shitty fast food joint you like near Morgan's and talk it over there. Make you feel better. Seeing a body like this is always rough, Doc. No shame in it. Alright, let's get moving. It'll be my treat. What do you want? To eat, Doc. Keep up, would you? Have you even tried anything else on the menu? Alright, I'll lay off. Okay, just make sure it's not too close to the kitchens, please. I don't need to be smelling of cheap fried food for the rest of the week.
It is too rash to want these to settle. Is rash fierce blaze of riot cannot last, for violent fires soon burn out themselves. Death reversed, woe, destruction, ruin, and decay. The worst is death, and death will have his day. Farewell, a long farewell.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You say so. Cards tell you anything useful? Don't listen to what that old cow said. You do good with those cards. As a healer and a seer. Something to do with rash decisions and death. Is it clear enough to worry you? I'll trust your judgment then. Person as nosy as you, I would have thought you'd be chasing up every prediction you make. Fair enough. Only so many hours in the day. Oh, God, it's like I'm in high school again. No, I'd rather leave those days far behind me. Yeah, I suppose it wasn't all bad. I mean, some of the company was alright. Better than alright? I don't know, you might be pushing it there. You feeling any better? No shame in being shaken by what you found. I mean, leave it to another time. It isn't so fresh in your mind if it helps. Alright, if you're sure. But if anything that comes up bothers you, you tell me and we stop. I'm serious, Doc. No matter how insistent you are on interfering, I don't want you pushing past your limits for this case. Glad we're agreed then. First things first. Mrs. Augur Castiglione's excessive number of enchanted artifacts. They can't all be for personal use. I mean, no one could get through that many artifacts in just a few months. Possible she could be selling them. Could be the reason why a rich housewife like Candace Orlova was so interested in a ruby necklace. It's true, the augurs aren't exactly hurting for money. Depends on if her husband is in on it or not. The Castigliones aren't old money, but they're wealthy in their own right, so why would Stefina push the limits of her magic so far for some quick cash? I mean, you saw the view from the penthouse. Being a second child doesn't mean you're flat broke. They're the augurs, for God's sake. They could have 50 children, and each one would still be richer than the whole of the lower city combined. Janus is set to inherit soon. I need to interview Cassius and Janus Augur before we come to any conclusions. Do you really want to be at all those interviews? Stefina isn't exactly your biggest fan. Not that it matters, but still, she's awful. You don't deserve that. Okay, so we'll be paying Atticus, Cassius, and Stefina a visit soon. Right. Now, from what I found in that locked drawer, only this mirror matches Stefina's description. It reveals both the use of divination magic and the user if they're within Salvatrice. Exactly. The more powerful and dire the prediction is, the clearer it appears in the reflection. That's what I don't understand. Stefina wouldn't have gotten into any trouble by letting us know it was one of her missing items. It's been with the Augur family for decades now. But who would be after it? Sure, it'd fetch a pretty penny on the black market, but this was way too calculated for our robber to just pawn it off. Pawn shop. It's a good place to start. If the robber pawned off the unneeded items like the brooch and the ring, shop's location might narrow down where their base of operations might be. Even if the items were sold at different shops, it'll allow us to follow our robber's footsteps and... Sorry, give me a sec. What? Another body? How do you even know this is connected to... Okay. Send me the details and I'll head over. Alright, bye. I swear it's just wheels with the bloody wheels with this damned case. Yeah. Second body. If you're up for it, we gotta get moving.